Hey, what's up? You are tuned in and back at the Bougie AF channel with your host, Shug Avery. I just got to the place in life I was just like, I don't know. I'm just bougie. Now let's get into the show. Hey, what's up, my Shuga Bears? I'm up and it's 3:57 in the morning, and I decided, I decided since 1 o'clock, but I've just been up, like putting some stuff together, and was like, why don't I just make a video since I'm up? I went to bed super early, so now I have a lot of energy, so now I just want to talk. And so, got my lip gloss and it's popping. I'm not taking down the hair because I just got it done, and I want that effect when I get ready to go out. So I'm not doing that for a video, and there's nothing wrong with being able. I think it's dope that I can give you face. All right, so I got up on here today, my Shuga Bears, and of course you're tuned into the Just Bougie AF channel. And I got on here today because I wanted to talk about Cardi B and this divorce of hers. And some of y'all are not gonna agree or like what I have to say, but that's cool. We're gonna say that to the end. So let's go ahead, and I pulled up an article from the Mr. One of the greats, someone who I really admire, B. Scott. And I'll be going to his website a lot and like reading his articles and talking about the stuff that is trending topic. I think majority of the stuff that I get that I'm going to talk about is going to be here because it's just better, just put together better here. Here we go. So Cardi B explains why she divorces Offset. Now, if you don't know, Cardi B and Offset has been like tabloid, like YouTube creator content gold. She's always in she's always on live, she's always doing something, she's really hot right now. So the talk about Cardi B is everything. It's the majority, it's the reason why people are obsessed with her on their channels and stuff like that, because she's clickbait. You get what I'm saying? And it's easy content. You get what I'm saying? So it's easy to just, go in on someone to go in on someone that everyone is talking about for long periods of hours. So it's easy to do that because she makes it easy, right? But she's married to Offset, who's also always in the news, part of the Migos, just someone all the women want around his age. Okay, got to throw that in there. All the women want him. He's a hot rapper. So about 2 years ago or 3 years ago, we were made aware that they were dating, and behind everyone's back and unbeknownst to everyone, they had gotten married, and they had gotten married. She had became pregnant. She hid that for a very long time, but there was always rumors of him cheating. I think a month into their marriage, if I believe so, um, he got they got married in, like, I think September. If I may be off by, like, I may be off in this way, that they didn't get married in September, they got married in October. In November he treated, but I'm pretty sure, don't hold me, but I'm pretty sure they got married in September, maybe even early October, but he cheated in October and got caught cheating in October. At the time, we didn't even know that they were married when we found out that he got cheated about the cheating in October. So the entire relationship, there's nothing but cheating. I mean, to the extent, like, Cardi B is now in some legal situations where she's in court now for ordering a hit. Because if you don't know, she's a part of proudly says she's a part of the Blood Gang. Um, so she's now in court because there was a girl named by the name Jada. I think her name is Jada. Don't hold me. You can go look it up too, because that thing called Google, it works for us all. Anyway, so there was this girl named Jada. So Jada isn't actually currently the girlfriend of, what's his name, Tekashi 69. And she was he was, supposedly there was rumored that Jada, and she has an equally as beautiful sister, and they are bartenders at the strip clubs, right? So if you don't know, New York's club scenes, and a lot of these, it started in New York, but New York stripper club scene, the bartenders are just as bad as the strippers. So they're stripper quality bad, but they work at the bartend. They work as bartenders, but they steal money, in the sense that they steal money from the strippers because they look so good. But anyway, so the sisters work as bartenders, but they're known because they're socialites, because they are extremely attractive. But I guess this is a strip club, or I don't know, who cares how Jada in future, I mean not future, Jada in, what's his name, Offset met, but it was rumored that they were sleeping together. Somehow Cardi B found out about it, and she sent her goon members, the Bloods, in to attack these girls on her hit. Like, literally, Cardi was so bold that she went to the club and was there while this attack was happening. Do you get what I'm saying? So it was just for cheating with her husband. And like I said, y'all are gonna be really surprised about my stance on this and how I feel about this, because I know a lot of people make the assumption that when you say that you're a feminist, that you ultimately believe, or you're always on a woman's side, or that you will not have any objective view. All right, so like I said, I think people make a lot of assumptions when it comes to me, because I say I'm a feminist, that ultimately means that I will go against men really, really hard, or I don't have any objectivity when it comes to matters between men and women and anything concerning women, and that's just not the case. That's just dumb people not really knowing what a feminist is and not really wanting to get behind the movement, or that's just people who just don't know what it is. That's just really what it is. So anyway, is this whole types of rumors out there on why the reasons why Cardi B has now finally decided to file for divorce. I think I've had my reasons. I've thought so, and I'm going to share those with you at the end. But it's been rumored that she keeps a dirty house. I wouldn't be surprised about that, because there's an interview with a woman, a former stripper, former roommate, who came out and said the same thing, that Cardi B was extremely comfortable with living in filth. You know what I'm saying? And when you're comfortable with that, that's just, I'm uncomfortable by being around mess. Like, 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 even when it comes to like my desk and like my sitting area, like if I don't have feng shui, and if you don't know what that is, if I don't have feng shui, I think that's probably, if I don't have feng shui when it comes to like my area around me, I'm not a happy. I'm like I can't be creative. I can't think. So for her to be comfortable, that's a little distasteful, and it's not for a lady. Okay, that would be completely 100%. That's very trashy. Anyway, so there's that rumor. There's also the rumor that he has a baby on the way. And he's been cheating again. More cheating. He has a baby on the way. And there's those other rumors, and some people who do think that maybe it has something to do with the fact that um, he has been cheating. Maybe there is a baby on the way, but also that he's in this like legal situation, and his money doesn't is not what we all think it is. You get what I'm saying? So I think, yeah. So those are the three reasons, or main reasons, why people think that Cardi B is divorcing Offset. So let's get into this article at Lovely Scott. Like I said, I love me some Lovely Scott. I think Lovely Scott is on next. I think he's on next on for replacing Wendy. There's no reason to replace. She seems like she's coming back with a fighter spirit. But if I had to want another, a talk show host right now by a black person, it would have to be B. Scott, because when it comes to gossip, I just, I listen to the podcast. I haven't listened to it in months, but like I've been telling you guys, for like mental health situations, I've not, and not to say that I have extreme mental health, because I know the assumptions people make, but to protect my mental health, to protect my energy, and my creativity, I can't be boggled down with a whole bunch of craziness and a whole bunch of drama. It's not what I like to follow. So once 2020, it became evident that it was going to be the apocalyptic year that it has been, I was like, okay, let me pull away from some of the things I love and think, because this is a lot. There's a lot going on, like real life lot going on. Like I told you, so I pulled away. So I haven't listened to it in months, which I really do want to go back, because that's how, like, because I told you I missed so much that that's how I'm going to catch up. It's probably through these Scott's past previous episodes. Um, and the read, I haven't listened to the read in months. But I also went on there. I didn't see a lot of episodes, so I don't know if they took a break because of everything that's going on. But like I said, when I detach, I detach, and that's not to say that there's like any break, but I know when I know when to go low. I know when to pull in and not deal with like people and shit. I know. Okay? I know. Anyway, so here we go at the interview. I mean, to the website for Lovely Scott. Here we go. Cardi B explains why she divorced Offset. I just got tired of fucking arguing. I bet you. I bet you that nigga was like, can you clean? Can I get some arroz con pollo? Can you do something? Everybody know, can you make an empanada? I see the shells in the freezer at the grocery store. Can you do something? Okay, tacos. Can you fix a taco? But y'all still saying she's black. But anyway, um, let me see. Here we go. Cardi B has taken to social media to address her divorce from Offset for the first time. On Instagram Live, Cardi makes sure to clear the air and explain exactly why she filed for divorce. Every single time that this guy has been so crazy. I'm not gonna read all of that because I'm also gonna play the video. Um, I'm just I'm just going skimming through it, so I want to see if Love B Scott has added anything that I think you guys should know about. Okay, so B Scott didn't. So, I mean, she just kind of paraphrased exactly what what Cardi B will be saying in the video. So here we go. Here we go. All right. So, oh, I'm still running this shit. Ball with me. Here we go. So we're gonna play this.
Prayers and everything that you guys been sending me, and I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you so much. However, like, I don't really need it. Like, I'm okay. I want to let y'all know I have not shed not one tear. You know, every single time that, you know, this guy have done something so crazy, so fucked up, and it hits the media, I'm always crying. I'm always stressed out. I'm sad because I don't like that type of shit. This time, I wasn't crying. You wanna know why? Because it wasn't the reason of my divorce is not because of none of that shit that ever happened before. It's not because of cheating. I'm seeing people like, oh, he has a baby on the way. That's a whole fucking complete lie. There's like the second time that people's trying to pin babies over here. No, that's bullshit. Um, I just got tired of fucking arguing. I got tired of not seeing things eye to eye. So before, it, when you feel like it's just not the same anymore, before you actually get cheated on, I'd rather just leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of people saying that I'm paying blogs. One another thing, I'm not. I don't. Just because I get along with bloggers and the bloggers that I get along with, if they ask me a question, because there has been so much rumors going around why the reason, if they ask me a question and I answer them, that's not them paying. That's not me paying them. I'm giving them an honest answer. So they're gonna tell their platform the answer. I'm tired of people saying, "Oh, sources said this, sources close to Cardi, sources close to Offset." That is a lie, because why had these sources didn't say nothing a couple of days before I wanted to get a divorce? Now y'all want to say something after it comes out. That's not true. And another thing is, I don't talk to people. I'm only around my family. I don't talk. I don't talk to people from my label unless it's about music, and I don't talk to none of the people that I work with unless it's about a project that I'm about to do. So stop with the bullshit that sources told y'all. There is. I don't need that. I don't need stunts. I don't need stunts, and I don't need any stunts that comes to family to sell anything. So don't ever play yourself. I don't understand why people want the reason for the divorce to be something so bad. It's not nothing crazy out of this world happens. Sometimes people really do fucking grow apart. I've been with this man for 4 years. I have a kid with this man. I have a household with this man. Sometimes you just you just tired of of the arguments, of the buildups. You get tired sometimes. And before something bad happens, before you get left, before you get cheated on, you just want to leave. What is so bad about that? Why y'all want it to be a baby? Why y'all want it to be, oh, he cheated again? Why? Like, it's like you're not in a relationship. You don't know how a relationship go. Y'all want me to get cheated on 15 times before I leave? You want this nigga to have a kid before I leave? It doesn't. No. Sometimes you want to stop it before it gets to that. So stop bringing up these fake rumors. Um, there has been a lot of people with fake text messages, with fake bullshit. I'm sure, Like we all know that set is really sloppy when it comes to fucking around. I'm sure it would have been something out now. No, just leave it. I just wanna be a free.
I know y'all like the way she flipped that to talk about as if though we're the ones who want her to leave her husband. I don't think nobody wanted her to leave her husband. What people wanted was for an explanation that kind of makes sense for someone who's always been getting cheated on. You get what I'm saying? So we wanted an explanation that makes sense. We wanted to hear something that makes sense. It wasn't that people want you to leave your husband. Like who? Like nobody's that invested, right? Or nobody wants to see that happen. So when you hear her say that, it's like, girl, that's not why everyone is questioning this. We're questioning this because if he's not cheating currently at this time, and well, you're saying everything hasn't been good, then what's the reason, right? You didn't hear her mention anything about couples therapy. You didn't hear anything like that. Um, that's how you know there's something else to it. That's how you know. And I think when she said he's reckless and all this other stuff, when women talk like that, because again, I'm a woman, it's usually because he's put us in danger in some type of way. I've only heard that type of rhetoric used when, nah, he's reckless, nah, I can't, he don't get like when she's saying stuff like that, it's usually because, and this is just my own hypothesis, it's my own, like, my putting it together. I think, I don't even want to throw this out there, but I think that, I think the sleeping around, and if he's been sleeping around without a condom and using protection, that's usually is the final straw for some people, especially for some women. Because there's one thing, oh, you cheat and do your thing and da da da, but then there's one thing that really slaps somebody in the face, like, oh, I don't give a fuck about, really don't give, you don't give a fuck about me, but then it gets the punch in the face is you don't give a fuck about me and you cheating on me and sleeping with females without a condom. Do you get what I'm saying? So so yeah, that's the only thing that I can think. Like I said, that's alleged. That's my own thing. But I personally, I'm gonna wrap this up because, like I said, I didn't want this too long. I personally don't feel bad for Cardi, and that's not to say that, oh, not to have human compassion, but I think, I think people are questioning her because you didn't do this after he cheated on you once, and you are able to go through your growth period and all that. But to the point where you have a court case because you had women attacked, it's hard to feel bad for Cardi because she used to brag about sleeping with married men. You get what I'm saying? She used to really brag. Like she literally has no um her behavior outside of what you see and how she handles people and what she's willing to do to people to get what she wants has been really disgusting. So when you go back and you look at how she would say, oh, how she would justify potentially drugging men, allegedly, because I'm gonna say allegedly, potentially allegedly drugging men after meeting them at the strip club because they thought they were going to sleep together or whatever, set them up, bring them back to their hotel, and allegedly it's been reported that she would drug them and run off with the money. Now, when she's questioned about things that she does, it's always, I gotta do what I gotta, the hood shit. I gotta do what I gotta do to survive. I gotta eat. I gotta make it. And then when you sit back and you're like, yeah, that's true. You do have to do what you have to survive. But then when you sit back and you start looking at the dates and you start to realize that this is around the time you were on Love and Hip Hop, you were a stripper, you paying for studio time. It's not the same thing as a mother. What's that song from City High? Mother laying on the bedroom floor with her children crying, hungry. That's not the same. That's not what we're talking about right now. So we're talking about the selfishness and the desire to want more and want more. And sometimes people, and especially hood ass people, have time to cloak that with the guys of the struggle guys. I'm just trying, guys. You get what I'm trying? Just you get what I'm trying to say to you. So sometimes people have a way, especially hood rats, have a way to try to make everything about their survival. Everything is about, oh, I'm just trying it, so you need to overlook my disgusting badass behavior. So when it comes to Cardi B in this divorce, no, I don't want any woman to be cheated on. No, I don't want any woman to go through divorce. But I think when Cardi says, I just want to be a free bird, I think Cardi B is most definitely letting you know she belongs to the streets, and her husband belongs to the streets, and they just weren't done with the streets. That's all I hear. I hear Cardi B and Offset are just not done with the streets, and that's all. And I think we're going to most definitely see that this next go around, because y'all know, when women move on, we usually, you know, we have something in mind. We have someone in mind. But no, for well, I just want to be a free birdie. Yeah, she wants to be a free bird, and exactly that. And what's this? What she call her husband? Seif. He been free, and he wants to continue to be a free bird too. So, y'all free birds need to go back to just living your life and raising your beautiful daughter future. But does anybody feel bad for Cardi? No. I've seen a lot of people. I'm gonna throw him out there, and I love his videos and will continue to watch. What's his name? Murali. I watch a lot of his videos because they're so quick and simple to the point. Of course, he interjects how he feels and his opinions, but they're just so quick and they're not overly like someone trying to catch a moment on the backs of other people by inserting themselves into the shit. You know what I'm saying? And which a lot of people do that on YouTube. So Murali. So he had said that he doesn't understand why people are talking about WAP and this is really devastating and this is not supporting a woman who's going through a heartbreak. And I'm literally here to tell you, love you, bro. I think you're amazing, but you ain't a part of. You're not black. And with not being black, there's some things that you just don't understand. And when our reactions to certain things is because we're in that environment. We know how certain things work structurally. I mean, culturally, we just know how things go down. So when women, especially me, you don't ever have to rush ashore talking about because yeah, it was amazing that a woman could brag about her WAP, the image she portrays, or the message that she puts out to women. But in the meantime, in real life. Because in real life, we know pussy doesn't keep a man. In real life, she's going and experiencing how that does not keep a man, and she does not give that messaging out in like music, like, well, yeah. So we are like, girl, are you confused? How do you do this? How do you put this music out at the same time and be an experience with your experience at the same time? And I know for me, art imitates life, but you should be more responsible. So at least people could actually feel bad for you. You get what I'm saying? Like we could actually feel bad for the trials and tribulations that women go through. We do not like the reason why it's so hard for black women to feel bad is because it's like you bragged. You literally did not give a fuck about any woman and their man. And so now what are we doing? You thought when you had those two girls jumped in the bar that we like niggas gave you like women respected that? Like you thought you got credit off in the street for that? No, because to us it was like you can't brag about I'm about this life. I'm doing my thing and then get caught out in your bag of feelings and want to fuck up the next bitch. For me, I felt like she was hating on those females at the bar, at the club. I promise you that's how I felt. Because I had listened and supported. I remember when I first started, not first started, but when I first started getting back into doing radio and stuff like that, and Cardi B was popping, I remember falling out with, damn, I only wanted this for 15. But anyway, story time. I remember falling out with a former co host because I was like, yo, she's it. And I remember supporting her. Everyone's like, oh, you're crazy, you're crazy. Hindsight, I think it was like 2 years in. I remember texting him. I said, remember she popped, right? Remember what I told you? Because to me, when you see someone like Cardi B who's saying what she's saying and she's keeping it real, and females in real life who are giving it up like that, you know that she's speaking for the streets. And so for me, I felt like she was speaking for the streets. I felt like she was always speaking for the woman who comes from the hood. And so I felt like she was on next. I felt like it was going to go. It made sense. All these females are getting these butt injections at the time. Strippers are being it looks glamorous to a lot of people. I've met young girls wanting to grow, like before high school is over. What do you want to be? Like proudly to say I want to be a stripper. We've seen all that. Like we've seen all that. So, we just don't we're not accepting this. We're not taking this as oh my god, another woman, let's cover her. That's not what's going on here. I don't personally believe in fake women relationships with women, just to say sisterhood, because if we ain't all on the same type of time and mindsets, and it just don't work, right? So you have to come across the woman and see where she's at and to be like, that's my sister and I can bond with her, you know what, and then move from there. But outside of that, these bitches are piranhas. Period. Pooh. Straight like that. And so, I know there's that high expectation of peace and harmony and everybody should just, but, it is what it's a dog eat world. And so I say that to say, I'm a dog. What? Anyway, with that being said, we don't feel bad for her. And then it was one thing about Cardi B. And the other thing is, as we just uneloquently just heard her speak about her own relationship and unable to even really put things together that make it sound intelligent. It's very broken, fragmented. Did you see the way she speaks? I have a problem with that. And it's not because I have a problem with her speaking, but I hate that Joe Biden and the campaign decided, and news and CNN have decided to continue to use Cardi B as the voice to speak for black women. She's not the voice that speaks for black women because she's not black. And I don't care what any other radio personality who is um, uninformed has to say about it. She's not a black woman. That's just like that's a pure fact. She's not a black woman, and we're not gonna black adjacent and all that. She's just not a black woman. And so for you to understand that, you have to go back and understand that Cardi B says she's black because of her mother's side, right? And if you go look at her mother's not black. She's Trinidadian. And if you go look into Trinidadian history, and I've spoken to quite a bit of Trinidadians who will tell you there are still some pure bloods, not pure blood. And when you think of pure bloods, yeah, do think of like Harry Potter. Harry Potter. There are some pure blood Trinidadian, like Indian type of people, right? That can trace their bloodlines all the way down and just be an Indian from when slaves from India was sent to Trinidad, right? If you look at her mother, she's Indian or something, but she's not black, okay? Period. It's not the Dominican side that makes her black; it's her mother's side. And just because they're from a black country, same way you can go to South Africa and see white people from South Africa. What does that mean? They're not black. Period. We're talking about history. This is factual information. Y'all can go look at it. Y'all can go look at it. I love y'all though. But anyway, y'all gotta bust these books. Bust these Googles, in the search tab. Y'all gotta bust these books and look at, because that should be fully weighing. And I don't like when Joe Biden and CNN uses her for the black perspective, because she's not a black woman. And the more or less you know that, because no black woman is allowed to do what she does and still have any type of career. I think only person who I feel like Cardi B wise that is kind of behaves and has the same demeanor as Cardi B, and she's trying to break through, is Sukiyana. Sukiyana is the only person to me who is a young Cardi B like ish person, and I want to see if she can get through, because there's no reason Sukiyana can't get through and Cardi B got through. You get what I'm saying? Suki doesn't talk about gangs. She's not about violence. If you see her on Instagram with her family. I mean, it may be ratchet, whatever your taste may be, but she's non-problematic. Where you have this one over here is extremely problematic and has been problematic from the very beginning. Even if you liked it or not, it's problematic when you're online bragging about sleeping with men and bragging about all types of surgeries and all types of just things that are not really good images you want to put out towards women, bragging about plastic surgery because young girls who are watching you. Very problematic ass person broke through, and you're telling me that she speaks for black women? Who? Which one? Where they at? Who feels spoken for? I don't feel spoken for when Cardi B speaks. And I know, we have similar struggles in sense of being minorities from the black community and urban communities. I mean, I can't even say that when it comes to me, right? I know I have my own set of what black in America is, and that's so different than from people who grew up in the hood, what black in America is. And that's why I made sure, even in my bio, to say I'm from the suburbs, because I want to make sure that you get that when you get a perspective over here, it's a perspective of a young girl from the 02186. You get what I'm saying? You get a black perspective from the 02186, and that's my town. I'm from Milton. So yeah, I was not raised in the community in the urban community, but a nigga still hella black. A nigga still went and seen her peoples in the projects in the summer. So a nigga still be on the Ave, getting the West Indian beef and patty. A nigga still was around. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's what you hear, and that's why I really do be because I've been around. Like my sisters and my brothers are 10 years and 7 years older than me, and they grew up in the hood. So it's not something that I'm not used to, but it's just not where I'm from. So my perspective is very black suburban, but it comes with its own issue, because racism doesn't stop. It didn't stop there. It doesn't stop as I'm a grown ass woman, as I go to work and have to deal with my own social issues. That being said, Cardi B doesn't speak for black women in the hood, and she sure as hell don't speak for black women who were raised in the suburbs. So, if you need somebody, or you need us to point us in the direction of Joe Biden and CNN, or who can speak for us, Miss Tamika Mallory is always just a phone call away, a DM away, an email away. You can hit up Tamika. She would love to have a conversation with you, Mr. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, so we can actually get a clear answer on what your stance on reparations is. Because that last video I seen, no, baby, that ain't it. And I always said you didn't understand because you didn't grow up on greens. You grew up on palu. You know that green like spinach stuff and cheese? You grew up on that. I think I said it right. Girl, you better get some collard greens and some ham hocks so you can understand and answer that reparation question real clear. Bye, y'all. Y'all be sweet, my sugar bears. But we blessed, be black, and we out, my sugar bears. We gonna keep it, we gonna keep it posh and bougie over here at all times. Sometimes we might turn up a little bit, get a little ratchet. It's in me. Bamboo earrings, at least 2 pair. It's in me, so don't ever get it twisted. Just because I won't get all the way down in the mud with you and roll around, don't mean I won't, when I feel like it, address some shit. But posh and bougie over here